Welcome back. Rising crime rates remain a big issue going into the midterm elections. TMJ4's chief political reporter Charles Benson asks Meet the Press's Chuck Todd about that in this week's one-on-one interview.
Can COVID money help cut crime rates, and will we ever really know what Republican leaders were thinking on January 6th? Let's talk about all of this with NBC's moderator of Meet the Press, Chuck Todd. Well, Chuck, President Biden meeting with police chiefs and mayors today to address surging crime rates that we're seeing here in Milwaukee and across the country, and urging them to use the remaining COVID money to hire more police. Is the president trying to walk a fine line here with people who want safer streets but may be leery of more policing?
I don't think he's walking a fine line, Charles. I think he's going all in on funding the police. I think he's not trying to sort of, he's talking to, I think he's talking a little bit to appease the base, but not much. I think in this case, he's sort of borrowing more of a page from Eric Adams, the mayor of New York City. Hey, a crime's a crime. We got to deal with it, and you got to deal with what's in front of you. The police need more resources. Now, should those resources be just cops on the streets or also some help with mental health, things like that? That's obviously another way that he's hoping that different communities decide how to use this extra money. But I don't think he's walking a fine line, Charles. I think in this case, he's trying to lead his party to say, hey, the Democrats are not the party of defund the police. Republicans have spent 2 years making that case. So I think Democrats have a lot of work to do. But it's pretty important here, I think, for in certain places, including Wisconsin, for the leader of the Democratic Party to be decidedly on the side of funding the police.
Yeah, and President Biden has been consistent about that. Even campaigning in Wisconsin said he would not defund police. Moving on, we are less than a month away from hearings on the investigation into January 6th. Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy has been subpoenaed. He calls it an illegitimate investigation. Is this headed, Chuck, to the finish line or a long court battle?
I think it's headed more towards the finish line. There's a couple things that I think are playing out here. Number one, I think the January 6th committee knew, there was no other way they could compel their testimony. And I don't think they think they'll never get it, but they have enough already and they'll be able to say, well, we gave you a chance to respond, you didn't, but here's all the evidence we found of your interactions anyway, which I do think is something all those lawmakers have to think about. There's a reason they were selected for these subpoenas. They know they have information. They have the text messages already. So I do think this is a case where, you and I as reporters, we're reporting a tough story on a subject. We go to the subject and say, hey, do you have a response before we go to press? And I think some of this is, hey, do you guys want to respond before we go to press, essentially, before we go public? That's number one. The second thing that I think that Kevin McCarthy has to think long and hard about, there's a big movement on the right, if they get the House back, to basically go tit for tat and go after the Biden administration, go after certain Democratic lawmakers, start subpoenaing them. Well, if Kevin McCarthy would like subpoenas complied with, perhaps he needs to set a precedent and comply with a subpoena. But I don't think there's going to be a long court battle here because I just don't think any court's going to look at it. This is a fight inside one branch of government, Charles, and not to go down the constitutional rabbit hole here, but the judiciary and the executive branch, i.e. the Justice Department and the courts, they're going to say, hey, you guys decide this. Congress can do this on the floor. So I think this will stay in the confines of the U.S. Congress.
Always good to hear from you. You can watch Chuck Todd on Meet the Press every Sunday morning on TMJ4 at 8.